Morning, everybody. This is Warboss Fitz here again with a special holiday game set in the garage, and we're playing some Age of Fantasy skirmish battles. Now, because it is the 4th of July, we have over 2,000 points of Ordinance on the board. And also because we talked to the changer of ways, we're going to change things up again. We're going to change how the small scale works again. Now, we're going to be using the regular measurements. So, infantry are going to move 6 and 12. Guns are going to have the range they're supposed to have. But what we are going to do here is in the unit sizes. Say like this here. There are 4 bases in here. Each one of these is going to be counted as a base of 5. So that would be, this would be a squad of 20 because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. And also when we purchased the units, we purchased them in multiples of 5. So this would actually be 2, what do they call it? 2 condensed units, 2 something units, and then we just put them together. So it makes it makes for fights to look bigger. I was going to have it to where 1 base equals 1 model, but then regiments were getting ridiculous sized. We'll put it that way. But we also have some... We got a lot of large single entity units this time. Oh, breaking my camera. Might as well do it now before the game starts. Ha, there we go. But like here, we got a bunch of giants, and we got a bunch of golems. So... And then over here we got a couple steam tanks. So I want to see how this works if breaking these down as a unit of 5 and using the regular movement value for everything in the game, if that's going to cause a problem, if it's going to be a winning strategy, I don't know. We'll figure it out together. So back to today's mission. We have the Human Empire, ta-da, versus the Havoc Dwarfs, ta-da. And we're going to have a basic kill everything, and then we have 3 objectives. We got 1, 2, 3, and whoever is on those at the end of the game wins. So we will see what happens here. Grab some dice. All right, so the humans, and then the dwarves. Looks like dwarves are going first. All right, in the Warboss Fitz tradition of I'm going to move stuff in the first turn until something interesting happens. Here we are. Well, turn 1 is well, we're not even close to over yet. But looking at where the units are now, this is 1 movement phase. And to tell you the truth, I kind of like how fast things are moving. It's going to give us some dynamicism here. We got all the giants surged forward to take the middle objective. These horses kind of sneaky over here to take this one. They're probably going to get shot at this turn. None of the artillery is opened up yet. These guys went as fast as they could to take this objective, but that put themselves into charge range here. So let's see what happens. So our first combat is going to start over here, where the knights are going to wheel, and then they are going to charge into the gargoyles that are on the objective. Teleporting dice bucket thingy. Okay, so there are 15 knights in there, and they all have lances, so it's going to be 30 impact hits. 24 of those impact hits go through, so that's going to be that unit gone. Now, seeing the hole that's left over after that unit is gone, our Dwarven mortar artillery here is going to fire into the knights that took this objective. Alright, 2 shots each, looking for 4s. 4 hits with blast 3 turns into 12. The knights have a defense of 4 with an AP of -1, so we're looking for a 5 to save. End up losing 10 knights. Now I need to make a test for the knights. Ooh. Let's roll it on camera. Close. Hold on. There we go. Wider angle. Roll it on camera. I still missed. Oh my lord. There we go. 6. They're good. Now our steam tanks are going to move forward. Now, they've moved forward enough to shoot at this particular giant here with their heavy cannons and their turret guns. So we're going to have the turret guns in green and the heavy cannons in yellow. Alright, for defense, the giant is defense of 3, and the turret guns are AP 1. We only had 3 hits with those. And then the heavy tank cannons, he's looking for 5s. So a total of 10 go through, but our giants do have regeneration, so 5 up, it saves it. So 6 wounds do go through. That takes the Crusher Giant down to 6. Now these rocket batteries over here for the Dwarves only have a range of 24. So nothing is currently in range, but they definitely have that center objective covered. So they're just going to hold for right now. Back to the Empire side. This group of heavy cannons right here is going to fire at that giant that's already taking damage. We're going to pick on them. But the human artillery only has a quality of 5. So look for 5s to hit. 2 hits. They are damage 3. So 4 more go through. So these human cannons right here are going to fire into the same giant that took some damage. We're going to go ahead and pick on them. But the human artillery only has a quality of 5, so we're looking for 5s to hit. Okay, only 1 hit, 5 to save. He fails his save, so that goes into 3 damage. So his regeneration, he's going to take 2. Now back over to the Dwarf side. This artillery all the way over here is going to lob a shot into this group of infantry. Now they're looking for 4s to hit. Oh, we got nothing. Okay, still trying to pick on that knight. This unit of crossbows here is in range. So they're going to go pew, fire over into him. So 15 shots because there's 15 guys. All right, they only got 4 hits, but they were all rending hits. So we need a 6 to save. Okay, no save. And then a 5 for the regeneration. Oh, he's got 1 wound left. All right, my last Dwarf mortar unit. You could barely see it in line in the screen, but it's all the way back there. They're going to fire at this squad infantry here. And I forgot, in the last time I fired the mortars, to get 2 shots apiece. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that in from the last mortar team. So we're going to have 3 shots apiece this time. So 9 mortar shots into this squad. Look for 4. Okay, let's bring you down here so you can see the box, because it's an awful lot of hits. So those are the squad of fanatics, or flagellants, if you will. They only have a defense of 6. So the AP would already go through, but because it's 1-page rules, a 6 always passes. So okay, let's bring you down here so you can see the box, because it's an awful lot of hits. So those are the squad of fanatics, or flagellants, if you will. They only have a defense of 6, so the AP would already go through, but because it's 1-page rules, a 6 always passes. So that's what I get for relying on a 6. At this many failures, they don't have a regeneration, and that's 16 fanatics dead. Oh, camera. 16 fanatics dead from the mortar shots. Yeah, it was that unit there. It started to put a little dent in the front. Now back to the Empire's turn. We're going to go ahead and move this crossbow team up 6, right at the edge here. Sorry, my arm's in the way. And they're going to go ahead and fire at that giant again. Yes, they are in range. 15 shots, looking for 5s. It was only 3 shots, only 3 hits, but the giants, it was only 3 hits, but the shots were rending, so only hit with 6s. So the giant needs a 6 to save. Failed all 3, and now he has his regeneration. And that's going to be a giant down. Okay, all the way over here on the other flank, these Dwarf shooters here are going to move forward, or they're going to wheel, move forward 6. And then they're going to fire at that unit of knights that took the objective over there. So looking for 4. Wow, only 2 hits, 5s to save. Ooh, that's a cocker. Okay, so 1 knight is going to go down. Okay, moving on back over to the humans. Our last group of cannons here is going to fire at the giant on this side. So we're looking for 5s to hit. 4 hits, looking for 5s to wound, or 5s to go through, or 5s to save. Wow, this isn't a GW product, it saves next. Okay, that'll be 9 to go through, but regeneration. 6 damage done to the giant. Alright, same thing as last time, except this squad is going to move forward and wheel Well, that's only about 4 inches. And now they're going to fire at those knights, looking for a 4. Much better shooting this time. Much better saves too. So it's only 3 more knights die. So this is down to a 1. Alright, back into the center. These musket men over here are going to fire at the giant that's already taken off half of his wounds. But again, they only hit on 5s because I guess humans are not very good shots. Alright, 4 hits, 4 to save. And that giant's perfectly fine. 6 is to save. And they lose 5 men. So, bloop. Now the volley guns. Where's my tape? So volley guns over here are going to fire at that same wounded giant. And I'm going to pull the box over. This is a lot of dice. Wow, only 6 hits. I think my dice have a favorite today. So, AP1, so they're going to be saving on a 4. Alright, our second and last unit of dwarf shooters here in the woods are going to fire at that same one they got fired at last time. So looking for a 4 to hit. 6 to save. And another 5 go down. Boop. Last up for the human empire are the double pistol riders. So they are going to, with their fast, they're going to go 8. 8. And then they have a 9-inch range. Yep, so they're going to fire into the bull centaurs. Or the dwarven centaurs. Alright, so they got 40 shots. He's got 20 guys with pistols taking 2 shots each. Hitting on a 5. 14 hit, they save on a 5. Oh, move the bucket. There we go. Alright, so we killed 9 out of the 10. Look for a 4 up. Oh, they're good. Well, morale is strong with that last guy. Alright, last thing in turn 1. We're going to have this banishment altar. It's going to fire at that wounded giant again. But before he does, he's going to say, this unit and this unit, fight better next time you charge. So he's got 6 shots at the giant. Ooh, all 6 hit. And none of them are rending because it is a rending gun. So we're going to do 3 up save. 3 go through. And then, oh, the giant saves all 3. He lives into turn 2. Okay, overview at the end of turn 1. The humans are holding 1 objective, with some shooters being the only thing that's really engaging them over there. In the center, the giants weathered all the human firepower. So I'm guessing we're going to have a big furball in the middle. And over here on this flank, the humans pretty much have it, but I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of mortar fire, and maybe that unit will be able to come through and do some damage. All right, on to round number 2. All right, round 2, we're going to start with the Havoc Dwarves going first. Now, we had to open up the garage because it is summertime in South Michigan, and it's 100 degrees in this garage. So I'm sorry you guys can hear a little bit of road noise. It is the 4th of July. You might have picked up on video the guy driving around blaring, "I'm proud to be an American," which, woohoo, happy 4th of July. But moving on, we're going to have our first Crusher Giant charge into the Spearman unit. Ta-da! Smash. Now he has 10 attacks regularly and 2 snap attacks. I forgot to say he's hitting on a 4. But with his AP, everything is going to be saving on a 6, so I'm just going to roll it all together. Thing off the table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6 dead infantry. Okay, 14 attacks going back into the giant, looking for a 5 to hit. And then a 3 to save for the giant. 3 generation. So the giant takes 2. Alright, so the giant won combat. And the humans are going to be panicked. I thought there was a word to it like withered or routed, but no, it's just panicked. So those humans are panicked. We're going to go ahead and mark them. And then remember, well, they can only unpanic this turn. So they're pretty much just going to sit there, unpanic, and then they'll be done. Okay, so for the human's first activation, we're going to have this unit of riflemen here are going to try to take out that wounded giant before it can get in and do much damage. So hitting on a 5. Alright, he's saving on a 4. And regeneration on a 5. Oh, he's down to 1 wound. Alright, that giant 1 wound is going to go ahead and charge in because he might not make it much further. So, whack into the fanatics. Okay, all this hitting on a 2. Or, no, hitting on a 4. Then they save on a 6. Alright, so the giant kills 4 of the fanatics, and then he's going to swing. The fanatic's going to swing back. Alright, they got 4 hits. AP 1, looking for a 4 to save. Oh, 1 goes through. Regeneration. Oh, the giant goes down to the fanatics. Alright, the fanatics lost the combat, technically, but there's no more giant left there to fight, so they're going to go ahead and run forward and engage the other one. Alright, there's 10 of them in there, but since they've already fought this turn, they only hit on a 6. 1 hit. Saves on a 4. Oh, giant's fine, but now he's going to swing back. Alright, all of his attacks is 10 flail hits and his 2 stomps. Hitting on a 4 and saving on a 6. Oh, that's going to be 7 dead fanatics. Now, because they're fearless, they stick around on a 4. And they're going to stick around to gum everything up in the middle. Alright, on the Abyssal Dwarves, or the Havoc Dwarves' turn, the Flame Spirits are going to charge in here. Ah! They have 4 attacks apiece, and they are hitting on a 4. Now the human save is normally a 5, but the fists have AP 1, so looking for a 6. I was wrong, those are my greatswords. They save on a 4, so that means they're looking for a 5. So we lose 9 greatswords. Their attack's back. There's 11 guys looking for 4s to hit. Alright, they get a 6 to save. But then they have ethereal, which means that they have regeneration. Which means that they take 2 wounds. So one of the guys is taking 2 wounds. Alright, test for the humans. Oh, they fail. So they're going to be stuck there. Alright, the knights over on this side of the board are going to go ahead and charge into this unit of shooters here. Alright, so the 11 knights have 22 impact hits. Saving on a 5. With only 8 saves out of 22, they smash right through the dwarf shooters. The dwarf berserkers find that they're pretty much out of range to charge everybody except for this squad of militia over here. So, charge! Alright, 20 berserkers gives me 40 attacks, so roll in the box. I forgot they're furious, so it's another 20 attacks hitting on a 4. Alright, it's a whole lot of hits. So, they're going to save on a 5. Alright, so those dwarf berserkers absolutely blendered that squad of militia. Moving on. Alright, over on this flank, this squad is going to move forward and blast into the dwarf centaurs. So, just for speed of play, we're just going to go and take him off the board because that's another 40 shots. Pretty sure he's not going to take that. For the dwarves, we're going to have one golem move forward as fast as possible. And that's going to put him into charge range of other stuff, but he's a golem. He thinks he can take it. Okay, so we're going to cast our first magic here. This Empire Wizard is going to attempt to cast what's it called? Wild Form. So it's a 4+, he's a Wizard 1, so looking for a 3+. Yay! Okay, so the squad he's in, and then we're going to say this squad here as well, who already have +1 to hit, or +1 attack, are going to get +1 to hit next time they attack. And then the unit is going to wheel and charge into the flank of the berserkers. Alright, so it'll be 20 attacks hitting on a 4. So with that +1, they only picked up 1 extra attack. So 9 into the dwarf berserkers, who have a defense of 5, and the spears have no AP, so 5's to save. Alright, they're only able to kill 4. Now the dwarves have no attack back because they were hitting the flank. So we're going to see if the dwarves stick around. A panic check for them. They're fearless, so they need a 3-up. And it's cocked. They need a 3-up. There we go. And they're just going to stick around, of course. And the dwarf's turn, the second golem is going to move forward. Now the human battle master is going to charge into that giant, mostly to get out of the way of everything else that's coming. So he's going to fly in, woohoo, right into the flank. So he has 3 great weapon attacks, hitting on a 4. Okay, so 2 of those hit. Then the Griffin has 6 claw attacks, hitting on a 4. Okay, only 2 go through, but those are rending. And then there are 4 stomp attacks, hitting on a 4. Okay, so let's see if I can do this all in one shot here. These are at AP 3. He has a 3, so he's looking for a 6 to save. Ooh, I'm running out of room. Let me move him to the side. And okay, 6 to save. 1 save, 1 fail. The rending, they both need 6s. Both fail. And the stomp is only AP 2, so look for a 5 to save those. And 1 of those go through. Let me add up, see if there's anything special here. Alright, none of those are deadly, so 4 go through, and then regeneration, so 2 go through. So the giant lost combat. He can't fight back because he got hit in the flank. So he's going to stick around, though. He is not panicked. Okay, the Havoc Dwarf Heavy Infantry is going to wheel a little bit and then come on to this objective. Now, this squad here, we got another mage in there, and he's going to try to attempt to cast the same thing wild form to give this unit and this unit +1 to hit. That is cocked. +1 to hit. Oh, it fails. Alright, now this unit is going to go ahead and charge into that golem there. Alright, so 20 halberds is 20 attacks, plus they have the +1 attack. So it's going to be 40 attacks, which means we're going to the box. Now they hit on a 5. Okay, we got 9 that were rending, so these need 6s. And then these were not rending, so they need 4s. They do 10 wounds with the golem's toughness of 6. That means he's gone. We're just going to move the activated marker. Alright, the Abyssal Leader is going to try to use the Havoc Rune on this squad over here. And the Havoc Rune needs a 5 with a Wizarding of 1, so he needs a 4. And they get it. Alright, so these guys are going to move faster this turn. So now let's figure out what the big guy's doing. The Dwarven Commander has weighed all of his options, and he's going to charge into the flank of the unit that charged the flank of the Berserkers. Alright, he's got 9 attacks, so I'm just going to roll them together because deadly doesn't matter. AP, they're all going to be out of AP, so 9 attacks hitting on 3. They need 6s to save. Okay, he kills 4, and then no attack back because he hit him in the flank. Let's see if they panic, and they panic. Alright, we stacked the little activation runes. That means that they're going to need to take away the activation rune at the end of the turn, and then the next turn they'll continue to stay activated until they unpin an activation, and then they will activate again. So they're not going to do anything next turn. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, this unit here, this unit right here, is going to wheel, march this way, and wheel. So we're only going to go 6 inches total. So right there. Oop, let me move the camera. They're going to end up right there. Close a hole in the line. Okay, this dwarf unit over here, they got the Giddy Up rune, are now going to charge into this squad here that took out the golem. Or not the golem, the greater golem. So yeah, this can go away. And then their commander. There we go. So 20 attacks to the box, and they are going to hit on 4s. So 3 rendings. That's going to be 2, and then the rest, move a little bit, save on 5s. So 6 to save, because even though it needed a 6 is still rending. Even though they needed a 6 to hit, a 6 is still rending because they're using halberd. So the dwarfs need a 6 to save. They fail, and now they have regeneration. So nothing happens. So the human halberdiers lost combat, and they're going to need a 5 to not be panicked. So they are panicked as well. The dwarf artillery there sees what's going to happen if they don't. They're going to fire here at the pistoliers. So 8 shots hitting on a 4. Just want to show absolutely nothing hit. Oh no. Now we're going to have these crossbowmen here are going to fire at the berserkers. 15 shots hitting on a 5. Alright, 2 rending hits. And then, oh really? Old boxcars on that one. And then 2 at 5 up. So only 1 dwarf goes down, which is enough to take out one of the stands. It's time for the rockets in the back to fire, but the only thing that happens to be in range is this very unlucky group of fanatics that are fighting the giant. Well, 4 is to hit. 6 hits goes to 18 because of blast 3, and there's only 3 guys left in the squad, so, oh no. Yeah, they're gone. Now we're going to have this squad of crossbowmen here. Going to fire into the berserkers as well, looking for a 5 to hit. So we need 2 6s and 2 5s to save. That's all 4 gone. Okay, now the berserkers are down to just 6 models, or six berserkers, infantry, whatever. So they need to make a break test. And they fail, so they're now double pinned. Or when I said double pinned, I mean activated end pinned. So they won't do anything next turn. This lone giant left in the middle, he has fought this turn but hasn't activated, so he's going to go ahead and charge into this unit of greatswords. This lone giant left in the middle, he has fought this turn but hasn't activated, so he's going to go ahead and charge into this unit of greatswords. I meant to say 6 to hit, so I had to go back and look at it. He only got 2 hits, and these need a 5. So 2 dead greatsword. So the greatswords are going to attack back. They have not attacked this turn, so they need a 4 to hit. And a 5 for the armor save. So he takes 8 wounds, which means he has to take a break test. Oh, that's cocked. And that giant is going to turn tail and run. Oh no! Alright, the steam tanks are just going to blast away at those berserkers in front of them. Okay, 6 hits. I need 6s to save. There's going to be 5 more gone. They're already pinned. They're already panicked. I don't think they can go any further. The golems are going to move forward to there. Trying to get to the steam tanks and probably to bait somebody else out. The human heavy cannons are going to fire at the golems that just showed up. 6 shots, they need 5s. We got 2. Let me look at the stats. Okay, 5 to save. Fail them both. Now they're deadly 3, so that's going to kill 2 of them, and they're going to need a break test, and they pass. Alright, these 10-shooter dwarfs are going to fire at the knights on this flank. Oop, that was 4. And then they're going to need a 5 to save. So 4, they'll take 1 stand away. Okay, this unit of spearmen, or halberds here is going to wheel, and they're going to get into combat with this. Now, it's only 7 inches, so I'm going to figure out the movement shenanigans I need to do it. Alright, so the way that movement shenanigan work to get into combat there is that I move the wizard here, who's kind of more like a marker to this side, wield them and then charged, and since we hit the corner of the golems, we wheeled up to the front. So it's going to be 40 attacks hitting up Thors. Go to the bucket. Alright, these are the rending hits, needing a 6, and that's going to be more than what we need, so the golems are gone. Okay, squad of dwarven mortars over there are going to fire into this squad here. So 2 hits turns into 6 hits with AP of 2, looking for a 6 to save. So 5 go down. With the human activation, that lone knight over there on the objective is going to, he's going to hold. He's going to say, this is mine. Last unit of dwarf artillery is going to fire at the same squad. Ooh, where are they? Where are they? Oh, right there. There we go. So 4 to hit. Okay, 3 hits turns into 9 hits with a 6 to save. Oh, so 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 wounds. So there'll be them, and then a panic check. Oh, it's out of frame. They are not panicked. Okay, human heavy artillery. The heavy cannons are going to fire at that golem right there. Oh, that's not a golem. That's a fire or something. Hold on. I was right. It's just a greater golem. So 5s to hit. Only 1 hit. And then it's AP 2 against her defense 3. So 5 up. Nope. So he takes 3 wounds. Kapow! Cuts him down to half. And right? Yeah, at half he has to take a break test. He passes. Okay, one of the dwarf units in the trees is going to fire into the halberds. Alright, so it's going to be 4 to hit. And 6 to save. Uh-oh. So that'll be a hold stand gone. The Empire volley guns are going to fire at this giant that's in combat here. Or the one that's standing there. And it's a lot of dice. So, box time. 5 to hit. 27 dice, only 5 hit. 3 go through. Regeneration. 2 go through. He was down to 6. So he's at half. Panic. Does he have a panic attack? No. Alright, we got another dwarf gun unit hiding in the bushes. They're going to fire at the same unit here. So 4 is to hit. 6 is to save. And once again, a whole unit is gone. Okay, panic check. No, they're fine. Human's last activation. The altar is going to wiggle its way this way. And it's going to give this unit and this unit +1 attack next time they attack, and it's going to fire at the giant. Okay, banishment. 4 is to hit. 1 rending, 1 at AP2. So it's going to take 1 because regeneration can't stop it. And this one is not going to regenerate, so it loses 2 more. And then a panic attack. And it's panicked. Then the last activation turn 2 is this unit of dwarves is going to... Well, let's see here. We're going to cast on them. And yep, they're going to go a little faster through town to try to get to this objective. Even with the spell of them going faster, it's still only 6 inches because it's difficult ground to go through town. I figure it's difficult ground to go through town because the regiment's trying to stick together. Alright, this is how we look at the end of turn 2. Oh, my phone's overheating. So this objective is up for grabs now. Those knights might want to come back and take it. The one in the middle is securely in the dwarf's hands. And the one on this flank is in the human's hands at the moment. But we got a whole brick of dwarves coming to take it back. And then all the artillery is just blasting away. So let me reset all the markers for turn number 3. Alright, opening salvo of round 2. The volley guns are going to fire into this giant. Hopefully with their rending, they'll be able to take it out and then leave a big hole in the middle. So, 5s to hit, 6s are rending. Alright, we ended up with 6 rending hits, so 6s to save. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be that giant is down. So that opens a nice big hole in the middle. But then the dwarves are going to attack with this unit here because they're already pinned. So if they can take out 6? Yeah, 6. 7. If they can take out 7, they'll just break the unit. Okay, 20 tech sitting on a 4. The rending hits don't matter because they don't have regeneration, and the AP is enough to take them right to a 6. Alright, so they killed just what they needed. They killed 7, but now the halberds attack back. They have a potential of winning the combat and sticking around. So they hit off 5 because humans are stuck. Okay, only 1 hit. It fails, but that unit has regeneration, so they're going to lose 1 guy. So humans lost combat. They're already panicked, so they're going to run away. And then I'll just move the wound marker there. Alright, this dwarf unit that's in the buildings, they're going to attempt to cast the Giddy Up spell on themselves, and they pass, which is going to mean they have enough to get out and attack that knight unit. Alright, 20 techs, hitting on a 4. Okay, 6 regular hits, saving out of 5. So there's 3, and then there are 5 rending attacks, saving out of 6. So that'll be enough to wipe that unit. In response, the pistol unit is going to sit in front of them and blast them with pistols. Okay, 20 pistoliers with 2 shots each. That's 40 shots, hitting out of 5. Okay, normally it's AP1, but they all have shields. So shield wall, looking for a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead dwarves. Alright, in the center, the dwarf leader on the winged bull thingy is going to charge into this already panicked unit, hitting on a 3. Okay, and then With all of his AP, everybody gets a save of a 6. So, ooh, actually 3 saves. So he only killed 4. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. And where I hit them in the flank, they don't get to attack back. And since they're already panicked, they automatically fail the test. So they go away. Okay, the crossbowmen in the field over here are going to fire into these dwarfs here. 15 shots, hitting on a 5. 6 hits, saving on a 5. So that's going to be enough, because there's only 2 left. It's going to be enough to get rid of them. The steam tanks are going to wheel a little bit, move forward, wheel again, to put them right there, and they're going to fire at the dwarf unit that's sitting on the objective. Alright, this many shots. Hitting on a something. Hitting on a 4. Okay, so the yellows need 6s. So there's going to be 4. Everything else needs a 5. So, well, there's 3 there. And now, unit does have regeneration. So, hold on. These are deadly shots. Let me figure this out. Alright, so the first shot. That's a dead one. Second shot. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Third shot. Oh, wait. Well, either way, he's dead. And then the 2 other randoms. So we save 1. So it'll be 4 dead total. Putting that unit to... That's a larger unit. So it puts it to 6 left on this side. I'm assuming how that works. If a shot has deadly 3 and you get hit with it and you have regeneration, you have to try to regenerate save against all 3 deadlies. I'm not sure. I'll look in the book, but that's what I'm going to run for now. This golem is going to wheel and charge the human commander right in the back. So, 6 attacks, hitting on a 4, and then saving on a 6. So he's going to take 3. He doesn't get an attack back. He's got 12 wounds left. He's a chunky boy, but let's see. Does he panic? No, he don't panic. He don't care. Next human activation, our little battle altar here is going to do forward. He's going to tell this unit, and he's going to tell the commander, you get +1 attack when you charge, and then he's going to shoot his banishment cannon at that unit that's on the objective. So look for 4s to hit. And it is rending, so 6. Yep. And then regular save, fail, but regeneration. So 1 more dwarf goes down. It's down to 5 in that group. Okay, the fire golems are going to charge in and continue their fight here. Or the fire spirits, flame spirits, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so 16, so there's still technically 6 of them in there. So it's going to be 24 attacks. Alright, so with Furious, it's 30 attacks. Let me angle the camera so we can see here, and they're going to hit on 4s. Alright, there's no AP on this, so we say... Oh, that's another hit. So we save on 4s. So they lost 6. They're down to 5 guys left. They're going to go ahead and fight back. 5 attacks, hit down to 4. Ooh, only 2 hits. Saving on a 6. No, they failed, but they do have regeneration. So 1 more, so that'll take the last wound off of that guy, but they definitely won combat. Panic check. Oh, they're out of here. Alright, on the human's turn. Ooh, stop moving stuff. The commander is going to charge into the flank of their commander with his +1 attack. Okay, here we go. Hitting on a 4. I'm going to give the extra attack to the great weapon, and we're going to move the camera so I can roll some stuff. Hitting on a 4. So 3 hits with the great weapon. All of the Griffin's beaky stuff hitting on a 4. Not that good. And then stomps. Hitting on a 4. 1 stomp. Oh, well, not terrible. Okay, so let me figure out armor saves. Okay, so 6s takes 3, 5s takes 1, and then 4 takes 1. So he takes 5 damage. So he's down to 4 wounds remaining with a quality of 3, which means 3+ to stick around. He sticks around. Alright, Dwarf Shooter Squad hiding in the woods. They're going to open up on the human commander here. So hitting on a 4. what is his save? He needs 5 to save. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is down to, let me change the dice out. He's down to 6 wounds. And he's below half, so panic check. He's fine. Alright, human turn. These guys are going to march through the carnage here in the middle and charge into these guys on the objective. Now they have +1 attack because of the altar. 28 attacks hitting on a 5. Sometimes the dice are not there. Only 5 hits. They're going to save on a 5. Well, they lose 5, but they have regeneration. So they lose 4. They're going to go ahead and attack back. 11 hitting on force. 1 rending. The dice are all shiny. They're hard to read today. Okay, so the 1 rending fails. And the other 2... that is... so they lose 4 as well. Okay, so even though we tied combat, standard musician, nothing. So the dwarfs win combat, so the humans have to... whoa, they are going to... they're at half. They're going to panic and run away. I realized there's something there. I pulled the Lord Commander's wound markers because he's going to get shot again by the other squad hiding in the woods. So forced to hit. And then 5s to save. He only takes 1 more, so he's down to 5. Alright, the riflemen are going to fire at that squad that's sitting on the objective. 5s to hit. AP1, butt shield wall, so 5s to wound, or 5s to go through. I mean, 5s to save, yes. Brain, worky. And then regeneration on the squad, they lose 4 more. They're below half. And they're going to panic right there on the objective. Uh-oh. Alright, the artillery in the back, all the rockets, the steam tanks are in range. And we're going to count them as a unit of 3. So each one of these counts as 3 hits. 4s to hit. Ooh, that's a lot of hits. Alright, the steam tanks have a defense of 2. The rockets are AP1, so 3s to save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 to go through. And the steam tank has a toughness of 9. That'll be enough to wipe 1 steam tank. The squad here in the middle, these guys are going to wheel and charge into the flank there. Take the captain with them. 10 attacks hitting on a 5. You got 1, 2 rending, 2 regular hits. So the 2 rending, we need 6s to save, so that's going to be 2 regenerate. No regeneration on those. And these 2 fail, but regeneration 1. So they take 3. Now, they can't attack because they got hit in the flank. They lose 3. They're down to 4 guys left. They're already panicked. So they fail their panic attack. They fail their panic check in melee. So that means they're going to go away. Because they didn't want the humans to take that objective. The artillery from downtown is going to fire at them here on the objective. So 4s to hit. Ooh, only 2 hits, but that turns into 6 because of the blast. 6s to save, so that'll be 6 dead. Panic check, they're fine. Lack of better targets, the heavy cannons are going to fire at their commander. 3, 4, 5, 6. Camera 5s to hit. 1 hit. That might be all we need. That goes through for deadly 3. Flap! Down to 1. Panic check. Oh, he's panicked now. Okay, the next dwarf artillery unit is going to fire at the unit on the objective. 4s to hit. 2 hits, that turns into 6 with blast 3. 6s to save, so it'll be 5. So that's going to be enough to wipe this unit. Okay, again, here we go. This unit of crossbowmen. I just put that marker. They're not already activated. They're going to fire at their commander. Needing a 5 to hit. Cock. And then 2 2, 3 are going to go through. So that'll be it for him. The last Dwarf artillery in the corner is going to fire at the Pistoliers over there on that objective. 4 is to hit. Oh no. 15 hits with a 6 to save. So 13 out of the unit of 20 go down. Panic check, and they are panicked. Oh no. The human knights are going to charge into, well, it would be the front because majority. So 10 knights left with lances, so 20 impact hits. 5s to save. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that's going to wipe the shooter squad. The Havoc Dwarfs have activated everything, so we're going to do the last 2 human ones. These heavy cannons are going to fire into that greater golem. 5s to hit. So 2 hits. 6 is to save. No save. So oof, it's just going to go pop with heavy cannon fire. Last action of the turn, the great swords that have somehow survived this long have moved onto the objective. So this is going to be the overview at the end of the turn. This objective is kind of up for grabs, but the knights are the only ones that are in any position to come and get it. And then the humans barely hold the middle objective. And then this objective over here is probably going to end up in Dwarf hands. Opening move, turn number 4, final turn. These Dwarfs are going to charge here. So hitting on the 4. And then the riders are going to save on a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, that's enough just to wipe them. Okay, on the humans' turn, these knights are going to back up onto the objective. Dwarf rocket artillery again is going to pick on the steam tanks. You need a 4 to hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is going to double because it'd be blast 3, but there's only 2 there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it's only AP 1, so 3 is to save. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. So that means this tank is down to 3. Alright, the human volley guns are going to fire into the Dwarf infantry that's still standing around. 5 to hit. Sometimes the artillery's on, sometimes it's not. 27 shots. My camera fell. 5 hits. It's normally AP 1, but shield wall makes AP nothing. So, well, 4 wounds. So that'll be enough to take this unit off. Panic check. Yeah, we're good. Now that unit's going to activate, wheel, and charge into the back of this here. So it's going to be 10 attacks. 5, 9, 10. Hitting on a 4. Alright, 2 save on a 4. Or, 3 save on a 4, so there goes 1. And then the rending save on a 6. So they lose 3. Now they're unable to fight back because they hit them in the back. So they lose combat and they run away. The rifleman unit is going to go ahead and fire at the unit that is moved toe into the objective. So hitting on a 5. Let me zoom out there. Okay, so 4 hits. Saving on a 5. So 2 go down. Oh wait, 2 go down, but they do have regeneration still. So 1 goes down. So that big brick of guys is down to 9. The Dwarf artillery in the corner is going to fire at the knights. Okay, so that will be 12 hits. 8, 12. Ooh, let's see. Okay, so 3 saved, 9 failed. It's going to take us down to 1 knight left. Does he panic? He does not panic, so they're going to continue holding, oh lord, with 1 guy. Yeah, the human heavy cannons are going to fire into the golems here. Getting a 5 to hit. Oh, well, 3 hits. So that'll be Nope, wait, that's not a blast. 3 hits. 3 go through. Now they are ethereal. 4, 5. So they have regeneration against everything that's not magic. So 5 ups to save. Got 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means they're going to be down to 8. And then panic check. No, they're fine. Alright, this squad is going to wheel. And they are flame dudes, so they are not slow. So they are also going to run onto the objective. This is last turn. Everybody, touch the thing. Okay, the far Dwarf shooter squad is going to fire at the commander here. Ooh, focus. I know, I moved too fast, camera. My fault. 5's to save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is exactly how many he has left. So he is going to go down. The steam tanks are going to move forward. They're going to fire into the golems. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Getting out of 4. Okay, saving on a 6, and then saving on a 5. Alright, so it's going to be... Those are each deadly 3, and there are technically 3 left over there, so there'll be that. So, 5 up for the regeneration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, they are down to 1 wound remaining. I'll go ahead and pull that one. And then I'll put this one. This last unit of Dwarf shooters are just in range if they double time it to get onto the objective. That was the last Dwarf activation, so we're going to see what happens here. So we're going to go ahead and group up. The 30 crossbows are going to fire into this unit here. So 2 squads of 15, so 30 shots. So 30 shots hitting on a 5. So this many on a 6 where they don't get regeneration, so that'll be 5. And then all the rest are on a 5 with regeneration. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, that's pretty good saving. So 5 up. So only 2 more, which means 7. They're going to go down to 2 remaining. Where's the 2? There's the 2. And then panic check. Alright, they're going to be panicked, so they can't hold the objective anyways. Alright. I forgot, that Dwarf artillery over there, the one in the far corner, still hasn't shot. They are just out of range of here, so it looks like those knights are going to hold it. And then whatever else they could shoot at would just be inconsequential at this point. So we're going to keep going with the humans. We have some cannons are going to come forward. Well, not come forward because they can't move. They are going to fire at the golems over there. 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. Hitting on 5. Oh my goodness, they showed up this turn. Now, whew, oh no, it would have been a 6. So, whew, let me get the 15 dice for regeneration. Alright, so regenerate. Yeah, it's not enough. Those golems are definitely gone. Last but not least, the battle altar moves on to the objective, and it's going to fire its 6 shots into the gunners that just showed up. Hitting on a 4. Yeah, 1 hit, 1 wound. They'll just take a wound. Alright, after consulting the Book of Armaments, it looks like Dwarves hold 1 objective. Empire holds another objective. And this one becomes neutral. So at the end of the day, after all that, the 4th of July Ordinance extravaganza has ended in a tie. Woo! Overall, it was a fun game. Lots of stuff blowing up. The Dwarven artillery did real good because it had pretty much bracketed pretty much all the objectives. Wherever it needed to shoot, it could shoot, except for over here. I should have done that in reverse order and got that one to shoot there, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, we ended in a tie. So that's going to be it for the War Boss Garage for the day. Today, I'll see you all next week. I'm pretty sure next week we're going to start off on our next 40K campaign. But we're going to intersperse it also as well with other 10mm Age of Fantasy regiments. So until next time, remember if you're going to be do something... Blah! I can't even say my own catchphrase. Blah, blah, blah. Remember, if you're going to be doing something, you might as well be having fun.